Have you ever overseeded a fescue lawn and battled weeds coming up at the exact same time your new grass is coming up? If that's the case, we're going to talk once again about Mr. Tenacity, which may be the answer to your problem. What's going on, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson back once again here in Central North Carolina. Happy Monday to you. We have been doing a lot of fall prepping and getting ready for seeding, which is going to happen for me this upcoming Friday. Obviously, you'll see that next week when the video comes out, but it is that time of the year. As I'm filming this on Thursday, it feels absolutely ridiculously cool outside, and it is lunchtime. Typically, it's 90 degrees in August and September here in North Carolina, and it feels like a cool, I want to say 78, 76 degrees. It is just abnormally cool out here. But we want to talk today a little more about overseeding and about what's taking place here. And I want to go into Tenacity. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe for more DIY content here in Central North Carolina in a tall fescue lawn. So the first thing we want to ask, guys, and I've got some notes here on my phone, is what is Tenacity herbicide? Well, in the first sentence there, it's a herbicide. We like to apply this to our lawn. It's a pre and a post emergent selective herbicide, meaning that it's a before weeds come up, we can apply Tenacity to a fescue lawn and prevent weeds from coming up. It's also acting like a post emergent, so it does tackle weeds we can visibly see in our lawn, and it will kill those as well. So it can both prevent and kill weeds that have already popped up in your lawn. It works in a wide range of broadleaf and grassy weeds. You'll want to specifically check the label to see if the weed you may be identifying in your tall fescue lawn, is this labeled on Tenacity, or let me go ahead and say that it doesn't have to be the name brand Tenacity. You can also buy mesotrione, if I'm not saying it incorrectly there, but most people know Tenacity or meso, so that's what we're referring to. Secondly, it is safe for tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass when used correctly. You definitely want to read the label. You can sit down at your computer or laptop, pull up the PDF and just say Tenacity label. There's got to be a PDF version out there. I know I've looked at it. That may be the easiest way than peeling back the paper on the bottle itself. When you spray this in, it will be absorbed by the plant, on the foliage of the plant. This is safe to apply at time of seeding. So if you put seed down, it is safe to go ahead and spray Tenacity over your lawn. Many like to do that. We talked about there is granular fertilizer out there with meso or Tenacity mixed into it already. You can find that at multiple locations. I prefer most years to just spray it because I'm going to apply RGS to my overseeding day. I'm going to do RGS. I'm going to add some Tenacity in there, and we talked about on the previous video where I'm going to be doing a plant growth regulator as well for the first time this year. So stay tuned for all of that. Why use Tenacity during overseeding? What is the benefit that I'm getting out of using this product when I'm trying to plant new tall fescue grass? Well, number one, overseeding, vulnerable time, open soil invites weeds. We've talked about this when we were doing our raking with the dead grass, that you may be able to see little patchy stuff behind me. It is all over my lawn. It is definitely time to overseed. And when we're removing this dead grass from our lawn and we begin to rake the soil and turn the dirt over a little bit, we expose the ground to the sun, and that invites weeds to pop up. So you want to apply Tenacity to try to prevent those weeds from ever germinating, and that's why we like to apply this over top of our seed, so that only the good grass is going to come up, and we're going to prevent any of the bad grass from coming up. And so that is the idea. But we also talked about it can be a post-emergent. So you may see some of the weeds that you may have existing in your lawn at the time of overseeding get hit and begin to kill that off as well. So it's a double bonus for you there. This is why many people choose to use meso or Tenacity while they're overseeding. Traditional pre-emergence block grass seed too. It is not good when seeding. We've talked talked about that. We talked, it's a huge topic of prodiamine or dithiapyr, fall pre-emergent versus overseeding. We need to do one or the other. Some of you guys, if you can get your seeding in and do it 100% correct early, you have time to mow that new mature grass and then try to do a pre-emergent on top of it to prevent poa annua. However, when we overseed, you do not want to try to put down prodiamine or dithiapyr and seed at the same time. Do not do that. That prodiamine is going to block your grass seed from popping up. It is very strong and it lasts a long time. You would basically have to tear up your whole yard and remove that barrier of prodiamine or dithiapyr and do a reseed. So you can't use a strong pre-emergent like dithiapyr or prodiamine at the same time of seeding. Tenacity is unique and allows fescue seed to germinate while suppressing weeds. That's why everybody loves this product, and that's why everybody pretty much uses this product when they overseed. Suppress weeds, let the good grass grow, and it comes up with nice green fertilized tall fescue, and there's nothing like it. Great for keeping crabgrass, clover, and other fall weeds out while seed establishes. It does last for several days. I don't have the exact number in my notes here, but Tenacity will last for several days to prevent, and as we said, existing weeds in your lawn will also be affected by Tenacity, and it may kill off some of those weeds, so you just have the tall fescue that you planted. Next, we want to go into timing and application. So best time, at the same time as seeding or immediately after. I typically, here in my tall fescue lawn in central North Carolina, as soon as I lay my seed down, I like to go ahead and do my spray. Now, in years past, I've done liquid fertilizer. Sometimes I'll do granular fertilizer, but I do like to do a liquid spray of RGS, sometimes even add in propiconazole, the fungicide, because it's supposed to help with seed germination. Believe it or not, it's on the label. And then also Tenacity, which is a good herbicide to help stop the weeds from coming up with the grass. We want just the good grass to come up. This works in fall overseeding because soil temps drop and weeds are still active. We are still on the edge of summer. We're not quite in the cooler months. We're still, like it said, like the notes say here, when we turn our dirt over, we're still exposing weeds, spurge, crabgrass is still possible to still develop. We could have a surge in temperatures, and the spurge from the surge could continue to grow, as well as crabgrass, clover, and other things. So let's spray at seeding, prevents weed invasion while fescue fills in. We've kind of covered this already. Can do a follow-up spray about 4 weeks later if needed. So we want to wait until our grass, once you do apply this at time of seeding, it's my advice to wait until you mow your grass 2 good times, and then you can do a follow-up of Tenacity if you like, and people like to do that for the pre-emergent qualities to try to continue to block out poa annua as the pre-emergent qualities of Tenacity, but also you may want to hit some of the existing weeds again. So I would do 2 good mows on the new grass that you planted, which will be several weeks later, and then you would want to try to do another application of Tenacity. And safety tip, avoid over application. Fescue seedlings can bleach temporarily. One of the downsides to Tenacity is you will see a bleaching effect on the tip of your existing grass, and some of the baby grass can also come up and have white tips. There's nothing, it's not going to remain that way. It will not stay that way. It is not harmful. It's just a visual thing. It will fade away over time. The color will return to the plant. Don't stress out if you see that. So let's talk about how we're going to mix this up. I have a 4-gallon flow zone sprayer and 1 teaspoon of Tenacity per 2 gallons of water for 1,000 square feet. Confirm label rates. We want to make sure the label rate is right. So don't believe anything I tell you. I would hate to say something incorrect. You believe me, go and do what Mr. Ferguson says and ruin your lawn. One of the things that the name brand Tenacity gives you, which is very helpful, is teaspoons of Tenacity. They give you the syringe. You've got your gallons of water down here, and you got your teaspoons of Tenacity. So if you're doing 1 teaspoon, it tells you 2 gallons of water, 2 teaspoons 4, 3 teaspoons 6 gallons of water. So 4-gallon backpack sprayer, you would just fill this up to the 2. and dump that in, and you would be ready to go. So they do give you this if you buy name brand Tenacity product. Always add a non-ionic surfactant for post-emergent control. If you're looking to kill some of the, if you're looking to use the product while you're seeing existing weeds in the lawn, you want to add a surfactant. Make sure that Tenacity is going to stick to the plant and it's going to absorb and kill that product, or excuse me, kill that plant. Apply evenly with pump sprayer or backpack sprayer. Again, I use Flowzone. I've got products, and I'll have the Tenacity Miso on Amazon in the description below, as well as Flowzone. Also, there's a Zephyr backpack, which is a I want to say it's a 1 gallon sprayer, maybe or maybe not, I'm not sure, but there's different backpack sprayers in the description if you're interested in that and want to try a great pump sprayer, backpack pump sprayer. Don't mow right after or don't mow right before or right after application. Let it work on the weeds. So let your application, once you spray it, let it sit on the blades of the weeds that you're trying to kill. Make sure you don't turn around that afternoon or the very next morning. Give it a day or two before you mow the grass if you're not doing overseeding and you're just trying to use Tenacity to kill some of the weeds in your lawn. And always follow the label. Again, I'm going to say that all the time. I get my rates mixed up. You guys have seen it. I post videos. I screwed up. I thought I should do this. I did that. So make sure you look up the PDF. Make sure you look on the label that you do the right rates so that you don't harm your turf. So what to expect after we apply Tenacity to a tall fescue lawn? Well, there's going to be that bleaching effect we talked about. You're going to see white tips on the existing grass as well as the baby grass that grows. This is temporary. It will go away in time. Fescue seedlings may show temporary whitening. We just said that. Don't panic if your lawn looks patchy at first. So it can cause some of the weeds to die out. Just be aware of that. And overseeding areas will fill in the next 4 to 8 weeks. So it does take time. Fescue is a bunch grass. When it comes up, it's one little blade, but it's going to expand and mature over time. Your lawn will get thicker. And as we have talked about several times on my channel, mowing is what tells your grass to continue to grow, not only deep into the soil with its roots, but to expand up top. So you want to cut, even if you're cutting just a little bit off, you want to make sure the seedling is mature before you put a mower on it. But once you chop just a little bit, it's going to take off, and then in the next 2 weeks you're going to have a beautiful fescue lawn. And common mistakes. Let's talk about common mistakes to avoid when using Tenacity. Over applying. It can stress your seedlings if you over apply. So please be careful with the rates. We've stressed that over and over again. Skipping surfactant for post-emergent use. Sometimes that makes the product less effective. If you're looking to just, maybe you're not doing it in seeding, you're looking to attack a certain labeled weed from Tenacity, you'll want to use a surfactant to make sure that it sticks to that thing and that it takes it out. You don't want it to run. There's that waxy protective layer on weeds, and sometimes the spray will just fall off of it. And so you may have to reapply and add a surfactant the second time. It's a waste of money. Using Tenacity on warm season grasses, not labeled. So according to my notes here, it is not labeled for warm season grass. Please don't spray this on any grass that is not labeled for this. We are specifically talking about Kentucky bluegrass, as we said earlier, and tall fescue, as the label tells us we are allowed to do, and at the rates it says. Expecting perfectly clean lawn after one spray. One spray of Tenacity, if you're looking to use it, we may have to come back and apply a second application, especially when I hear people say, well, it's going to prevent all the POA. We know in North Carolina, POA annua, 1 September, 30 October. It's constantly popping up throughout all these dates, and Tenacity doesn't last for 2 months. You may need to come back and apply a second application of Tenacity after that second mow of your new grass to make sure you kill existing weeds that may have slipped in and come up, but also to prevent further weeds continuing into fall to make that grass look awesome. Quick recap, Tenacity, it is the best choice for weed control during fescue overseeding. It is why it is widely popular in the YouTube area. Everybody's doing videos on this, and everybody in the comments is like, I used it, it's safe, it's not difficult. Again, they make granular products, granular fertilizers, where you don't even have to even consider the Miso or Tenacity. It's already cooked into the fertilizer, and you just have to spread the fertilizer evenly, and there you have it. You've got Miso or Tenacity already applied in your lawn. But it is highly encouraged to help only the good grass come up and to try to keep the weeds out, so you can enjoy that first mow with no weeds, just that nice, cool 3.5, maybe 3-inch fescue lawn, new grass. There's nothing like it. It's exciting. I'm getting exciting, and I hope you are as well. I'm Mr. Ferguson. If you've enjoyed this, again, give it a thumbs up. Comment below your thoughts on Tenacity. Do you plan on using it? Do you like to buy the name brand Tenacity, Miso? Again, I will have Amazon links below for Tenacity as well as Miso. You pick whatever is cheaper for you. I like to label both and put both in there, as well as backpack sprayers. We'll also have GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue down there. If you're interested, that's what I got in my lawn. That is what I will be overseeding with. So thank you guys so much. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Happy Monday to you. We will see you on the next one here in Central North Carolina. God bless.